Hey YouTubers, how's everybody doing? Still Sexy Butch here. Pretty nice day in Colorado. Uh, wanted to mention a little bit about the testosterone cream that I've been on. I started it last October, around the 4th or 5th of October. So it's been about 5 months that I've been on it, and I do think that my voice has dropped some, and uh, I'm certainly having the acne. I've been having this acne for quite a while now, so the stuff must be working, because that's the side effect of it is acne. Um, but I think my voice has gotten lower, and I wouldn't mind if it dropped even a little bit more lower. Um, I feel pretty good as far as my sex drive and stuff. I think it has helped my sex drive, and the only problem is that Maggie's been so upset since we got back here. We haven't had much sex, especially since we moved in here in January in this house. Something about this house that just saps her sexual desire right out of her. Doesn't do much for mine either, to tell you the truth. Um, I never thought that we would ever be living with family again. Before we lived with her sister Julie and brother-in-law Al. We lived in a house with them. We lived in the basement. Um, but I never dreamed that we would be moving in with her mother and her sister Barb and her brother Dan. I just never thought that we would. Um, it's better than the little dinky claustrophobic apartment we were in. So I give God credit for that. But um, otherwise, it's just a shitty place to be. And his basement is like a dungeon. You know, even when you have this window open over here, is not that much light comes in. But I stay down here to stay away from family pretty much. I don't really have anything to say to them. I'm not, I don't know. I guess I thought I was a family person, and then an incident happened last weekend that convinced me otherwise. Um, I crossed a boundary that I didn't know was there. So I'm tired of walking on landmines in this house, and I'm just not talking to anybody. It's kind of the way that her sister Julie and brother-in-law Al were when they were living down here. They got to the point where they pretty much just kept to themselves because those other three people upstairs are is goofy. They've got really goofy relationships, and they're just really goofy people. So, well, Dan's not so bad, but her mom and her sister Barb are goofy. They're not right in the head. So I'm staying away from them as much as possible, and I'm going to be cordial but not friendly. Uh, I got too friendly, and I found out what happened when I got too friendly. Even after being around them for almost 19 years, it'll be 19 years this September since Maggie and I got together. Even after that long, uh, I found out there's definitely an inner circle, an inner family circle that spouses and significant others are not allowed to cross. And I suppose that's just basic etiquette anyway. I don't really know too much about it. The family I grew up in, whatever was going on between uh, my mom and my dad, or uh, one of my parents and one of my siblings, I was always told it was none of my business. You know, I mean, even if somebody was, like one of my sisters was crying and my mother was upset, I went to find out what was going on, and my mother told me it was none of my business. So I learned it's none of my business. This is my family, but it's none of my business. So I'm going to conduct myself the same way in this family. Yes, I'm part of the family, technically, but it's none of my business. Unless they make it my business. And if they do, God help them. So, that's just where I'm at, and I just keep dreaming of the day when Maggie and I pull that U-Haul out of Colorado, or drive that U-Haul out of Colorado, and I see that sign that says "Welcome to New Mexico." I just keep thinking about it and planning for it and dreaming of it and just knowing that it's going to happen. You know, I don't care if we have to go back to living in another apartment down there until we can afford a house. You know, we got to get the hell out of here. You know, family, just this state. I don't know. There's something about people around here that just seem, I don't know, just they don't seem like they're, I don't know, really alive. They kind of almost seem like zombies to me, you know, except they don't eat flesh. Well, not human flesh, but they just seem like, you know, like they're in a daze. Okay, go to work, go do this, go do that, blah, blah, blah. You know, they just seem like they're on automatic pilot, you know. But that's one thing I got to say about the Mexicans down there in New Mexico is, you know, they're alive. You know, everything about them is alive. You know, they that explains why they love vibrant colors, and you know their food is so good, and they're they're just alive, and you get the feeling of being alive when you're around them. You know, and whatever comes, you know, they just take it, you know. But they're just wonderful people, and I won't let anybody uh, say prejudicial things to me or around me about Mexican people, because you know there's some really wonderful people, and you know I know I'm this pasty faced honky that, you know, around them, but I love them. I just love them. I love their culture. I love their food. I just, you know, I love their vibrancy. That's it, vibrancy. They're vibrant people, and I just love them, you know. And I can't wait to get back to where, uh, you know, where there seems to be more of them down there than there is up here, and I can't wait to get back to there, you know. I was looking at their census the other day for New Mexico, and Albuquerque especially, has said that according to the last census, New Mexico is about 44% white and 44% Hispanic or Mexican. So, you know, it's about evenly split with, you know, a few other races and stuff thrown in, but it's mostly, you know, almost half white and half Mexican, and, you know, that's cool. I wouldn't care if they became the majority. I love them. I think they're great people, and I want to learn their language, and, you know, you know, color. There's not a whole lot of color here. They call this Colorado, you know, it's supposed to be colorful Colorado. Well, yeah, there's a lot of green. There's a lot of, you know, trees and grass and that. But it's, I don't see where all the other color is. I mean, there's so much beige and white and brown, and, you know, it's just not as vibrant and as colorful as New Mexico is. And that's just the way I feel about it. So, anyhow, the testosterone thing is coming along, and uh, I'm going to continue to do it even though I'm still getting the acne. Hopefully the acne will go away at some point. But The only thing that really frustrates me about that is, even though my face is oily, my hands and arms and stuff don't seem to be any more moist than they were before. They're dry. So the moisture hasn't reached the other parts of my body, just my face. I got all the oils in my face. So anyways, hope everybody's having a good day, and in case I don't talk to you again before next week, have a good weekend, and as always, peace and love, and talk to y'all later. Bye.